many reasons why it's important to keep your website up to date. Today, we're going to touch base on a few of them. First, when it comes to your business's website, you want to make sure that it draws them in and makes them contact you either in person, online, or over the phone. If the information they view is not up to date and relevant and they know it, they might believe they can't put their trust in you to provide them with the goods or services they need. If they don't know the information is not up to date and relevant, this could cause frustration for the client if they contact you and realize you can't provide what they need, even though your website says you can. They will feel like they've wasted their time, and people don't like to feel like that. Or they may not contact you at all because according to your website, you don't provide what they need, even if you do. Either way, it is definitely not good business to provide incorrect information on your website. It can harm your business and cause you to lose potential clients. Now let's say the information on your website is correct, but your website itself is outdated. This could cause you issues with potential clients as well. If your website seems old and outdated, they may believe you might not be up to date with the latest products or services in your field, or they may even believe you may not be in business anymore. If it's not responsive on their devices, they may get frustrated trying to navigate your site and just leave. You don't want potential clients going somewhere else because your site wasn't performing properly on their phone, tablet, or computer. These days, people are browsing the internet on many different types of devices. Your site needs to work beautifully on all of them. Another reason it's important to keep your website updated is for Google and other browsers and search engines. Old code may not perform or be compatible with newer browser software, causing it to malfunction or even fail to load properly. Images may not render, videos may not play, sliders may not show properly. Your site needs to be functioning properly as often as possible. Sometimes things happen, unfortunately, but overall, you really need it to be operating properly the majority of the time. When it comes to search engines, they continue to crawl the web and look for the most relevant websites. It makes sure to keep those ones closer to the front of the line. If your website hasn't been updated in a very long time, search engines may believe your website isn't relevant and push it further and further down the list. It's hard enough making it to the first few pages without paying for ads. There is no reason to make it harder on yourself and your business to succeed and to be found online. Web security is also a very important reason to keep your website up to date. If you don't have security installed on your website or a proper SSL, or if any software you use on your website is outdated, it will be vulnerable to cyber attacks. Malware or viruses may be installed on your site without your knowledge, and then anyone who visits your website will be vulnerable to being infected or affected by it. They can also change your website if they manage to get in the back door. They can then also infect the server your website is hosted on, and then, if it's shared, cause issues for others on that server. The malware can steal user information, send information to other locations, take over user devices. It can attach itself to advertising on your site, which can then transfer to other legitimate and safe sites. Your website can also be blacklisted and deemed unsafe to visit, all things you never want to happen to your website. These are just a few of the many reasons why it's important to keep your website up to date. If you're interested in having your website redesigned or updated, contact us today so we can help keep your site secure and make sure it's responsive and current. You can visit our site at tngwebdesign.ca, email us at tngwebdesign@icloud.com, and to request a quote, please head to our contact page and select Request Quote under the General Contact form. Please fill out the form and we'll contact you about your quote shortly. Thank you and have a great day.